Hey everybody, it's Stephanie here with Getting Healthy with Stephanie the Food Addict. It's day 121 and I am just I'm struggling today, y'all. I talked about yesterday I was gonna wake up and I was gonna prepare food for the week and all that, and I did wake up and we went to church and we went to a discovery thing afterwards, teach us about the church, and we decided that we're going to join it. So I'm real happy about that. Had a good worship, but I was really struggling today, all day, mentally. I'm out here on my bike with my kids and my husband. We're riding, but I don't feel like it. I've been laying in bed a lot today. Haven't got anything done that I was planning on doing today. So I don't even feel like making a video, but I'm making it, and tomorrow's a new day, and I'm gonna make the best of today. Some days you just need to rest, I guess. Yesterday we went all day, and today I just felt like doing absolutely nothing. I didn't even want to get up and go to church this morning, but I knew that was what I needed to do, so that's what I made myself do. And that's what it's about, y'all. It's just about being disciplined and doing what you know that you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's why I'm out on this bike right now. That's why I went to church this morning. But the nutrition thing, I'm really struggling with that. I really got to get on the ball with that, and it's been my whole life, y'all, my whole life. So I know so many people can relate to that. I know I'm not alone. And that's not what today's been about, is, struggling. And that's not what it's been about. It's been about something totally different. Many things. Some days you just feel heavy. And, you want to say hi, Hezekiah? Don't run into me. It's almost a full moon, y'all. There's the moon over there. It's almost there. It's dragonflies all in the sky. I love dragonflies. They remind me of my friend Ian. Ian's gone home to be with the Lord now. He was a Judeo-Christian, Messianic Jew. And the cool thing about Ian was, years and years ago, he owned a salon down in Miami called Ian and Company. And he was actually the hairdresser for the Bee Gees. And he would do their hair before concerts and fly all around the world. And Ian ended up having a car accident one day on the way to go get his daughter from school. And because of the accident, he was, taken in, trauma alerted. They did a scan of his head and they found that he had brain cancer. And he ended up finding the brain cancer because of the accident. They believe actually that the accident occurred because of the brain cancer. He had a seizure or something. And anyway, long story short, Ian ended up living almost 20 years after that diagnosis. Only 3% of the world population beat his diagnosis. And he got to live on. And he tells a story in a book that he wrote about the dragonflies, and all 5 landed on each one of his fingers on the same hand. He had 5 dragonflies land on each finger all at the same time. And he talks about, I can't do the story justice really, but the power of God, and that in that moment he knew that God was talking to him. And anyway, it's the story of the dragonflies. I have one of the books. Christopher and I went to go see him in hospice. He actually fell and had a brain bleed. Look out, Hezekiah. and it caused him to essentially kill him. But he was in hospice for about a week before, and we got to go tell him goodbye. And we got to go to his funeral after, and I know that we'll see him again one day. But he was an amazing, amazing human being, and he ended up, like, he was a very rich man. And after this accident happened, he couldn't work anymore. It took every dime that he had to beat this cancer, and he was able to. And he ended up living in a one-bedroom apartment, and me and Christopher were his neighbor, and that's how we got to know him. But to see his photographs and to see this life that he lived and the humble, small life that he was living now in this one bedroom, one bath, non-luxurious apartment, I can promise you that. We paid $400 a month at the time. This was in, let's see, 2006 is when we met Ian and started living in that apartment. And anyway, he was very special, and he taught me and Christopher a lot about God, a lot about Jewish tradition and Jesus and what Jesus celebrated. And he opened up this whole world, the Old Testament, to me and Christopher, because we grew up, you know, thinking that the Old Testament was done away with and all this and that. And the truth is that all of God's word apply, the old and the new. And so there's so many wonderful stories in the Old Testament and everything, but I didn't come on here to talk about all that. I just wanted to say that Ian was a miracle, a living miracle. And he ended up starting laser light therapy and started making people look young again. And, you know, people pay hundreds of dollars for this, but Ian discovered it early on. Wait a minute, we gotta wait on everybody. Discovered it early on and started doing it inside a salon after his brain diagnosis, and was charging, you know, real cheap for it, and the results were amazing. But anyway, he was such a gift to this world, and yeah. So this video is for you, Ian. We love you and we thank you for being a part of our life. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Every time I see a dragonfly, I think of Ian. So, she need water? Stella needs water. Gotta give her, y'all, this is the weirdest thing. So you see the water tower right there? There's a crow who got its foot caught in one of those cables, and it's hanging upside down dead. And the other buzzards, okay, honey, and the other, sorry, they're not crows, they're buzzards. And the other buzzards are trying to get it, and it's been going on for like 2 weeks. They haven't left, and that thing's just hanging. I guess eventually it's going to rot and drop, but they can't get to it because of how it's hanging there. Boy, it sunk and stunk for the longest time. We didn't know what in the world. Okay. We didn't know what it was, but we finally figured it out what it was. And anyway, it's weird. I'm just glad it was a bird and not somebody. So anyway, okay, y'all, I've rambled on enough. Tell me something good. Tell me something you did this weekend that makes you happy. Tell people that you love them, that you care about them. Include those that you love and you care about. It's really hard to feel rejected and excluded. And no one should feel that way, especially those that love you and that are close to you. And, you know, so I just wanted to share that. So anyway, hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to keep moving forward. Tomorrow hopefully is a better day. Hopefully I'll get my nutrition down tomorrow. Get on my Weight Watchers. Get my head on straight. So I'll stop this yo-yo dieting. Alright. You okay, Belle? No. Her head hurts. Okay, baby. Alright. Peace, love, happiness, and Hakuna Matata.